Hi, my name is Spencer Boomhauer, and this is an interactive presentation showing possible future designs for Foster Road, mainly having to do with bicycle infrastructure. This is an interactive presentation you can see on probably this web page, but you have to install a plugin called the Unity Web Player, and you can't see it if you're running this page on mobile. So the player doesn't install on mobile. It does install on web pages and the major web browsers just fine. And it's a reliable plugin, but not everybody wants to install things on their browser. So I thought I would do this video, and you can follow along this way. So it's a interactive world with moving vehicles going down the current design of Foster, which is 4 lanes. And I'll just read these slides over here to the side. The first slide says Foster Road, 52nd to 72nd. Sometimes known as the Foster Freeway, this fast 4-lane road is a major conduit for auto traffic and a commercial hub for the neighborhoods that surround it. Next, the bicycle view. Foster is a speedy and convenient route for people and cars, but it's less welcoming to people walking, biking, or otherwise getting around under their own power. It can be especially intimidating to ride a bicycle on Foster. Here the autos are going 35 miles per hour and the bike is going 12 miles per hour. The door zone. Someone riding a bike on Foster has good reason to avoid the dangerous door zone of parked cars. Avoiding the doors. And the last button said avoid the doors, and the character shifted over a bit to avoid the doors. But avoiding the door zone can put a bike rider right in the path of fast-moving vehicles. Too scary for some. The 60% of residents who describe themselves as being interested in cycling but concerned about safety tend to find this kind of riding too scary to even consider. On a road like this, even experienced riders sometimes opt to bike on the sidewalk instead, which might feel safer, but it can conflict with people walking and surprise drivers at intersections. A 4-lane road like Foster isn't always smooth sailing for people in cars either. Besides having to watch out for people on bikes taking the lane to avoid being doored, drivers have to watch out for other drivers slowing or stopping in the left lane to turn left, or stopping in the right lane to parallel park. A new proposal. An effort is underway to improve safety on Foster and make it a more complete street while still maintaining traffic flow for cars. One proposal is to restripe Foster Road from 4 lanes to 3 and to add bike lanes. Restripe. This new configuration has a center turn lane that takes turning cars out of the flow of traffic. That center lane also allows plenty of room to get around cars that are parallel parking, and people parking their cars can pull into the bike lane. 6-foot bike lanes like this one are a quick and relatively easy way of adding bicycle infrastructure, but they still place the rider at risk of being doored, rear-ended, right-hooked, or cut off by people parking cars. Is this good enough? One way to approach this question is to ask yourself how you would feel about a 10-year-old riding on this street. The kid test. Most people probably wouldn't be okay with letting a 10-year-old, or a child of almost any age, ride this close to fast-moving cars. The same standard. When transporting a child via car, we naturally expect to be able to do so without having to feel a constant sense of impending danger. And we expect much the same from walking infrastructure. So why not hold bicycle infrastructure to the same standard? Another option. There's another option possible on Foster Road, one that could meet that basic standard of safety and comfort. It's called a protected bike lane or cycle track. Add cycle track. This is a raised cycle track at grade with a sidewalk. From fosterunited.org. These cycle tracks have been built in cities across the country and around the world and have been shown to safely serve people of all ages and abilities. This includes 10-year-olds, 70-year-olds, and everyone in between. An ideal location. Again from fosterunited.org. Foster is one of the best streets in the city for a protected bikeway because of its long blocks, and it is one of the few main streets with enough space to even be considered. Being an angled street, Foster cuts a uniquely direct route through the surrounding grid. There aren't any parallel routes bikes can take instead. Safety and vitality. Cycle tracks like this one have been shown to increase safety for all street users, and protected bike lanes add to the vitality of a street. Local businesses. A cycle track would let Foster Road neighbors safely and easily ride to local businesses. From planedison.com. Retail sales performance either remained stable or was much better after bike lanes were installed on several Seattle streets. And in New York City, shops near protected bike lanes saw a 49% boost in retail sales. Everybody wins. When a street is built to make everyone feel safe and comfortable using it, the whole neighborhood wins. Thank you. Thanks for taking this tour. Click interactive to either I have a typo. To click interactive to enter. Oh, click interactive to enter interactive mode. I don't have a typo. I just misread it. In which you can view the 3 designs from a variety of viewpoints. Or click restart tour to start over from the beginning. And interactive mode. So in interactive mode, you can go to a variety of viewpoints, look around. This is the car view. This one I wasn't able to make it look around for various technical reasons, but it gives you a good idea of how things look. View from somebody walking, a cross-section view, and back to the bird's eye point of view. And let's see, from any of these views you can change the design. So you can go back to the current design, the 4 lanes, go back to the proposal for a bike lane, or see the cycle track. It's an interesting one to look at from the cross-section view. Back to the current design, at the bike lane, or the cycle track. You can also, if you do get this player up and running, if you don't have the most powerful machine in the world, you can change the graphic quality by clicking this button over here, which mainly what that does is, get a close look at the character, that plays with the shadows. So there's nice detailed cast shadows on her there, and then they get a little rougher with the lower detail level, and they disappear completely on the lowest graphic detail or graphic quality level. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.